If you can't stop that, then we're gonna have to stop it. You understand?
There's no way these people are paying their own rent, paid their way over here, or any of this other.
The bottom line is, you mad because they brought some black people in Silicon.
All right, now it's time for anyone to address the council. No action will be taken at this meeting. Please come to the microphone and state your name and address for record prior to addressing the council.
A lot of people in Silicaga and the surrounding area are concerned about the migrant influx that we're seeing and how that's going to change our way of life. Maybe you don't live in town. Maybe you guys live in a nice neighborhood. Maybe the money is that great. I would like to know how much money you're getting from the federal government to ignore this problem or be complicit and enable it, because either way it's happening. And it's not happening against your knowledge. It's obviously happening in your city, so you know what's going on. And you wanted to shut down the meeting last time, which means we're going to talk about it this time and hopefully not shut down the meeting, because we have the freedom to speak in this country. And I wouldn't be here unless I saw that, but I found that very disrespectful and very much against our human rights here in this country. And also, with the influx of these migrants, it's against my human right to be trampled on and to have my economy and my housing prices skyrocket because of federal housing vouchers are going to raise the cost of housing in my city due to the influx of migrants. Okay, because we all know how that works. A landlord, all they have to do is just tell the feds that it's $5,000 a month for this little old one-bedroom apartment or whatever, and it's really only, what, $800 a month? But at the same time, we're getting their money from the federal government. It's raising prices on everything else around us in the community. It's hurting us. It's raising tax values on properties. And it's not people coming in with a whole bunch of money that want to spend money in Silicaga and boost the economy. It's people that are coming here. They're not like immigrants of the past, all right? They're immigrants that are coming in here and getting free houses, free phones, free healthcare, and not having to do a damn thing for it because it's like an invasion. And as far as I know, all I see are military-aged males. When I walk into the Walmart around here, it feels like I'm in a third world airport. And I don't see a whole lot of families. So what's going on is what I want to know. And it's not fair. It's against our rights. We did not consent to this. And the people are pissed. I'm one of them. Apparently, I'm probably the only one that's here tonight, unless anyone else wants to add to what I have to say. But it's my duty as a citizen of this country to tell you what you're doing wrong and to stop it. And to respect our borders, respect the people of this nation, respect the progeny that built this nation, the ones that built this nation. And you realize you're opening a can of worms that is going to cause a whole lot of issues for our state. I've lived in other states, I've seen it, and you're gonna add to crime. You're gonna have different groups of people at odds with each other. It's not what you might think it is. In fact, it's the opposite of what they tell you it is. It's not always that great. And when you start having hotels and apartment complexes taken over by like-minded individuals and they all get together, what are you going to do? You're going to stop that? If you can't stop that, then we're going to have to stop it. You understand? So I want something to be done about this, and it's going to be done. Whether it's you guys or someone else.
I have a right to say what's going on in my town. And I hate my tax money keeps being spent in this kind of way. Because there's no way these people are paying their own rent, paid their way over here, or any of this other. My money is doing it, and I am tired of it. And I don't care if there's 10 or 200. I travel a lot. I still travel. And a lot of these people that are coming into our country, their countries are trashed. I've been to a lot of third world countries that are trashed. And that's what they'll do to our country. Don't tell me they're going to come over here and make it better. I've traveled too much and seen too many places that are trashed off. If you go to the tourist areas, oh yeah, it's beautiful. But we always hire a driver and a car and go out to the countryside. Try that. Try that in Belize, and the Panama Canal, all those, Costa Rica, all the islands. Just rent a car and go look, and that's what will happen to our country if we keep on and on taking in people that can't pay for themselves. I'm tired of it.
The federal government nor any private entity has any legal obligation to notify you or any other local government when they're bringing immigrants into your city. None. Morally, you might think it's right, but legally, they don't have to. It's amazing to me that such a small group of people is creating such disorder in this town. I didn't hear a peep out of anybody when there were Croatians working at Coosa Valley Healthcare. Nobody was asking about their immigration status, if they were legally vetted. We have a large Mexican population in this town. I don't hear anybody crying about their immigration status. Are they here legal or illegal? But there you go to all these restaurants and different businesses in town, they're working there. You still going there spending your money. I don't hear anybody questioning the immigration status of all the people from the Middle East that are buying up convenience stores, gas stations, and restaurants with Mexicans cooking in them, and you're going there spending your money, not concerned about if they're taking your money, their profits, send it back to the Middle East, supporting terrorism. Where's all this conspiracy about a few people who want to work coming from? You listen to all these conspiracy statements, the former president talking about they eating dogs and cats. Give me a break. These people are here just to get some work. You got people riding by where they live to see what they're doing, being nosy, instead of taking care of your own business. It does not make sense. You're not paying their rent, you're not buying their groceries, so why are you worried about who's doing it? Who's paying your rent?
Taxes.
Who's buying your groceries? Let me finish.
I'm saying, everybody had their turn. Again, we have to remain order and give respect to who's speaking. We gave everybody else their respect. Let's give the respect to the person who's speaking, please. And
then, you know, the federal government has always funded some immigrants. Do you remember back years ago when Baryshnikov defected from Russia, the ballet dancer? What did the federal government do? They gave him $10,000 a month to live on and bought him a condo in New York City. But you're complaining about them giving a few people $2,000 a month. You got people walking around here every day. You want to be concerned or something? You know what scares me? You put the police department on standby. That don't make me feel safe because of Haitians. You know what makes me feel safe? Get some of these people riding around this town with no work, riding on these bicycles and stuff, coming on people's property, opening their car doors, going in their cars, stealing stuff. In these houses that are abandoned with meth labs, riding up and down the street, doing drive-by shooting, killing innocent people. You know what I want the city council to consider? Putting some money into the drug task force so that the police, city and county, can get rid of some of these meth labs and these users around here. I mean, these people aren't bothering us. Why are we in such an uproar about it? 15 to 25 people is not going to upset the apple cart of this town. This is crazy. And to sit here talking about, hear the people talking about, we're going to take care of it. That sounds like a threat to me. What, you going to threaten somebody because the city council can't do something? So I think if the police department want to be on standby, maybe they should look at them and see what's going on with them. And that's where I am with it. Because the bottom line is, and y'all ain't going to like it, but I'm going to say it, the bottom line is, you mad because they brought some black people in Silicon. And that's it.
They all got it.
There's been a lot of stuff posted on social media. There's a lot of things that people are saying. So the way I operate, I wanted to go and see them and see what they had to say. So and I also had an interpreter there. There's a guy that made contact with me. He's a pastor in Birmingham, and his original nationality is Haitian. So he's been here since he was small, so he speaks fluent in Creole and English, so he was able to help me translate. So amongst them, there was one that, he spoke the most English. He was kind of just like the representative for everybody else. So the way it works is they are here on a visa. They do have papers. There's an 18-month visa. So they're being employed by a temp service. I don't know which temp service it is, but from what they were telling me, the temp service employs them, and then the assignments only last for 3 months. So when the assignments end, they just go somewhere else to find employment. So, and I also found out that there's like 200, in Talladega that we didn't even know anything about. And so the way they find employment is really just from a word of mouth. So say the people that are here today, they may not even be here tomorrow. So if they can't find work here, then they'll just go to the next city, wherever somebody else is, to just find work. So there was a few, I know the ones that was going to church with Ashton, there was a group of people going to church with Ashton, but this Sunday, only one person showed up, and I asked them, I said, where are they? They said, well, they were in the hotel at Jackson Trace. They're not, all of them aren't there anymore, because they went to a hotel in Ellick City because they got hired at a plant there. So they said just the way it works, whoever calls, like a word of mouth, just say, I moved to California and I call Nate, hey, there's work here. Nate can get on the bus, or we load up in the car and we go to California for work. So they're basically just here for the American, the American dream, just to work and provide a better life for their families. So, and I spent a good bit of time over there on Sunday. Ashton even came over. He came over with me because I had already been there with over an hour, because I sent the guy that I had made contact with. I actually sent him to church with Ashton so he could just help translate the services. So, and another thing to add too, like these people, they're showing up in different churches. And what's special is they don't even understand what's being said. They don't even understand what's being communicated, but they know it's a place of worship, so they're just going. They're going into the churches, they stay for worship, and they leave. So, I had a pretty good visit on Sunday. So, as far as I know, they're just here for work. The same people that are here today, they may not even be here tomorrow.
And if